Decorators aren't expensive, but customers think we are. And today I'm going to explain why and how we can actually fix that. So welcome back everybody, I'm Phil Becker with the Professional Painter and Decorator. Now if you're picking up on this video for the first time, you're actually not probably aware that there's two other videos before this. The first video was talking about how a painter and decorator needs to be pricing and working out their figures for charging to a customer. The second one was how a painter and decorator really needs to be looking and assessing a room for actually charging for it. And this is the follow-on one that is actually saying, why do the general public, why do customers think that the painter and decorator is expensive? But let's just make it clear, I think that the customers are only seeing the final coat. They're not seeing the prep that's involved. They're also not seeing the system that we've got in place. They're not seeing the drying times that we have to deal with, and also we've got the problem-solving element. The problem-solving element that the customer doesn't see what we have to sort out when we come up against a substrate, a surface that has some issues, and how do we get around it. They're also not seeing what a business, a proper painting and decorating business, has as general overhead running costs. So that also comes down into the next question of, where do they get their figures from? Where do they know how much anything's going to be costing? Do you know what I think? There's a lot of very computer savvy social media customers out there that are surfing the net. They're seeing a lot of TikTok, they're seeing a lot of Facebook, they're seeing a lot of Instagram, and they're going, do you know what? I've also looked on the internet and I know how much a painter and decorator should be charging, and it's normally around about that £100 a day. That's what I call the TikTok painters. That's what I call the Facebook marketplace adverts, because you'll see it times many when somebody wants a painter and decorator and they're prepared to actually give £100 for their time. Now to them it's just classed as a painter versus a painter. What they're actually not understanding, they're not actually understanding what's involved. So all they're going to be comparing you against somebody else is just definitely down to what the price is going to be when they actually want the job being done. And is that the fault? Who's the fault of that? Because it's actually the industry has never taught customers the difference. Now you're going to say, Phil, what do you mean? I'm going to say, customers assume that painting is easy and that anyone can do it, and clearly it is. But not everybody can do it to the standard that the customer is actually wanting that finished product, that finished room to actually look like. So let's just talk about that customer that does not understand your costs. And I'm on about your costs as a proper professional painter and decorator, or somebody who's trying to run a proper business, because your costs all add up. And we've spoke about this if you've seen the previous videos. If not, please watch them. You've got costs, you've got the van, you've got your fuel, you've got your tools, you've got your insurance, you've got that downtime that you might have because of illness, or your downtime that you actually want to be allowing for the time you're not working, i.e. that could be a holiday time. But also you've got your admin and you've got your quoting time. That's all got to be allowed for. The customer's not seeing any of that. They all just see you turn up and do the painting. That's not what it's all about when you're running a business. The other thing I'm going to touch on, materials, and I've said it times many, materials are actually a small percentage, a small fraction of what a job actually costs. So your materials are actually cheap, your labour is the value. Now they're not paying for the paint on the wall, what they're actually paying for is the transformation. So you're selling that dream. We spoke about the dream and the transformation of the room. They're not bothered what's involved in doing that actual room. They just want to see what the end result is. So they only see that end result, and that comes back to what we mentioned at the beginning. They're only seeing that final coat that you've actually done when that room's finished. So let's talk about it. Don't want to say the elephant in the room. What's the real reason decorators look expensive? I'll tell you what the real reason that makes a decorator look expensive, and it's all to do with the cheapest painter sets the market. So if that customer is surfing the net, they are actually looking on Facebook marketplaces, they are looking at what people are advertising their services are on the internet, and they're looking at those £100 a day painters. That gives the customer the idea that the actual painter and decorator should be roughly about £100 a day. And how many times do you hear it that customers say, oh, I'm not paying that. Oh, I'm not paying that. It's only painting. That's all down to because they've seen people on the internet and they're charging £100 a day. And everything looks good on a photo. So those Instagram photos, those Facebook photos, those TikTok photos all look fantastic. What the customer isn't seeing is that job close up. Would you be happy with £100 a day painter painting your house to the standard that a £100 a day painter will be painting to? Probably not. So how are we going to fix that perception of the customer? I think that could be quite an easy one. When you go to see that customer, when you're going to actually do that price, when you're actually going to be talking to them, talking is key. Explain the process, explain the prep that you're going to be doing, explain the durability of the paints that you're going to be using, explain about the transformation that you're actually going to give them. So I'm just going to close this section now. I've spoken for long enough, my throat feels a little bit dry. I'm going to say this video is going to come up at the side. If you're new to the channel, I'm going to say please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. Those that do me, super thanks. Those that are doing me, buy me a coffee. Also those that are hypering my videos, thank you very much. The closing line I want to be finishing on really is, there are customers out there that are on a budget. There are the customers out there that don't have very much money and they just want somebody in to do the painting and do the painting as cheap as possible. And you know what? I could probably find you oodles of painters out there that will work for that sort of customer. And that is fine. Do you know what? That's up to them. That's entirely up to them who they work for. But I'm going to say, let's be honest on that. Normally, and I will say 9.9 times out of 10, those people who are paying cheap get what they pay for. Unless you are that anomaly. The exception to the rule. You're that painter that is working at that level. And you're working at that level. And you know what? You're working at the wrong level because you're working for the customer that's down there that doesn't want to pay you for what you're actually worth. You've got the skills, you've got the finish, and you've got the standard. But you're still charging those cheap prices. You quite possibly are that painter and decorator that when you work out your figures after you've watched that first video that I've done, you are working for minimum wage, quite possibly below minimum wage. But do you know what? You're selling yourself short. You are working to that standard. So the question is going to be, is the customer winning because you're losing? I would say quite possibly. Because in this trade, there are the winners and the losers. So I'm going to end on the final question is, which camp are you sitting in? Are you a winner or are you a loser? See you on the next one.